Welcome back to my channel. January wrap-up video. I read I did not read 4 bucks. I read 4 books in the month of January. The first book I read was Illuminae by Amie Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is probably hands down the coolest book I've ever read. The way this book is just set up is insane. It's literally reports and like IM conversations and then like, oh, it's so cool, and like there's drawings and bouncing things. It's so cool. It's not set in the usual format that books tend to come in. So this book is basically about Ezra and Katie. They're recently just broken up on the exact same day that their planet's basically getting attacked, and they both end up on these 2 different Harrier ships. People that attacked them are trailing them, and they're trying to like blow them up. There's actually 3 ships. One of them gets blown up, and then the second one, you find out like there's a virus that turns people crazy. They try and kill everybody, and it's really cool. And it's basically about them trying to find out what's going on, how to stop it, why everyone's lying. Thought it was pretty cool. Like, I was really concerned about Katie and Ezra's relationship because I was concerned that it was going to be corny. But I actually really liked their relationship. I thought they were cute. I honestly think I probably wouldn't have enjoyed the book as much as it wasn't set out the way it was. Really enjoyed this book. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend it. I thought it was brilliant. The second book I read was Winter by Marissa Meyer. Now, I was like so freaking keen when I picked this book up in December that I just had to read it. This is the 4th and final book in the Lunar Chronicles series. Probably just the greatest and best book I will read of 2016. I freaking loved this book. I thought it was fantastic. It's definitely also hands down my favourite book in the series, but this one just was everything for me. Everything came together. Oh my god, the ending was brilliant. Everything that happened was brilliant. Character I didn't like died, and I was just so happy. It was fantastic, and I'm so glad we know what finally happened with Winter and Scarlet and Cinder and just everything, and all my shits got together, and I was so happy. And oh my god, you have to read the Lunar Chronicles series just because you have to read Winter. I'm pretty sure it's going to be my favourite book of 2016. Like, it's set the bar for me. Like, I don't think any book is going to compare to this one for me this year, because I thoroughly enjoyed this book and I loved it, and everything I wanted happened, but it didn't happen in the way I expected it to happen, which made it even better. And I couldn't really guess things very much, but like, it was still so freaking fantastic and brilliant, and I just loved it so much. I loved it. The next book I read was kind of a different one for me. One of my friends for Christmas gave me this book, and it's called Mermaids: The Myths, Legend and Lore by Skye Alexander. So this book is, obviously it's about mermaids, but it's not like a fiction book. It's more non-fiction. Like, it's very much like facts and like myths and legends and lore, like it says on the front of the book, about mermaids. I loved it. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, can we just start off by the fact the writing's green? It has green writing. Of course it was brilliant. Thought it was cool. It's basically like I said, myths and legends and laws about mermaids through all different societies, all different cultures. It goes back in time to like Greek mythology, and then back in like even, you know, Aboriginal lore. Like, it goes all over the world. I really liked it. It was very factual though. So if you want to read a factual mermaid book, I do highly recommend this one. There is a lot of reading and a lot of information to take in and absorb. And at times it was just like, what did I just read? You know, I did get, you know, confused, but I did quite enjoy it, quite liked it. I know I love mermaids, and I was so excited to pick it up and read it. The last book I read in January was Their Fractured Light by Amie Kaufman and Megan Spooner, which is the final book in the Starbound trilogy. I quite liked this book. I did enjoy it. I thought it tied the whole thing together nicely. There's still aspects of this story that confused me, just because I think it was so long since I'd read the first and second one that I just forgot what happened. So this book is about Gideon and Sophia. Gideon's a hacker and Sophia is a con artist, and they're trying to get to Larux, the villain, the baddie. They both want to get to him for different reasons. I liked the fact that it combined the 4 previous characters we had, which was Flynn and Jubilee, and then Lilac and Tava from the first 2 books. I like that they made appearances in here. I also like the fact that you actually got to see the Whispers point of view. I don't think it's the best book in the series, but I did enjoy seeing all the characters come together and like see how they all know each other, because you meet characters in the first 2 books and then you don't realise that sometimes they're mentioned in this one. The connections were lost on me. I think if I'd read them one after the other, I would have enjoyed it more, just because the connections would have been there in my head and I wouldn't have been sitting down going, I don't actually remember what happened in the second book or the first book. I was confused for certain aspects of it. It didn't end how I was expecting it to. It didn't, like, there were a lot of things that happened that I wasn't expecting or anticipating, and I kind of went, okay, didn't see that coming, but alright. As a series as a whole, it was good. You know, I think it's a bit overhyped. I still do really like it. Those are the 4 books that I read in the month of January. If you have read any of these books, comment down below and let me know what you thought of them. Anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!